night officer at a hospital in Honduras shared this video with us. He tells us that ever since a patient passed there that morning, weird things started happening in this room, especially around the patient's old bed. At 2 a.m., they caught something strange on camera. Watch how the bed moves around, as if someone invisible is tossing and turning in it. The guard is completely sure there was no air conditioning or fan running that could have made this happen. Now the hospital staff are starting to think that maybe the patient's spirit hasn't left and is somehow still connected to this bed. Is this what we're actually seeing in this footage? A police officer was driving behind another vehicle when he spotted something weird happening in this car. The strange figure seemed to vanish from the back seat, and after that, everything looked normal again. The officer still wonders if someone was just playing tricks on him that night, or if he saw something that can't be explained. Police got called to a neighborhood where several people reported seeing a dark shape at night that was moving in a really weird way and freaking out the locals. When the officer got there, he had to start recording because the figure wouldn't answer any of his calls. No one knows what happened after that, but the video has been giving people the creeps ever since. Hospital security footage shows a surgeon who had quite a scary experience. She was in the operating room making an educational video for her surgical students when something made her stop and run out. According to her, she felt like something was watching her. This is unusual because her social media account only posts educational content for future surgical technicians.
Chromic catgut. The difference is, I'm so sorry, my brain. Okay, here we go, back. Okay. So here we have two different kinds of sutures, polypropylene monofilament and chromic catgut. The difference between these two is that this one is dissolvable and it's animal derived. And the sutures last anywhere from 60 to 90 days. Literally tearing up right now. I saw it.
You saw it?
Yeah, I saw it. Can you please just show yourself? Just give me a sign. Do whatever you want.
She starts crying, saying she saw something and asks whatever it is to show itself. Tiffany later wrote that she saw a figure at the window that quickly disappeared to another part of the hospital. While she couldn't make out exactly what it was, others have reported similar sightings. The women's restroom in particular is known as the most haunted spot. When Tiffany went to check it out, nothing seemed strange at first, but minutes later her camera caught something. A door opening by itself, and a dark shape rushing past the automatic doors. What makes it extra creepy is how it zips from one side to the other in a split second. Besides one or two other videos on her account mentioning this incident, she hasn't said much else about it. Nobody knows exactly what this shadow was that night. A family shared this security footage after they moved into their new home at the edge of town. For some reason, they'd been dealing with weird things happening in their house during the night. One evening, the young mom was sitting on the porch, waiting for her husband to come home from his night shift. She noticed her little daughter kept staring at something in the dark. When they looked back at the security video later, they saw something chilling. A creepy face was peeking onto their property from outside, seemingly watching both mother and child. Some people think it might have been something evil coming from the forest next door. Is this what they captured that night? Pretty disturbing. Let's check back in at that haunted diner in the Appalachian Mountains, where Dustin Lee Frazier is still working those late-night shifts, usually all alone. He's been dealing with something dark in that place, a presence that sometimes even follows him back to his house. Tonight was no different, starting off weird when he began hearing some really strange sounds.
I came back here because I needed to get some toilet paper to like restock the front. And should not be open. It is like 4 o'clock in the morning. Hello?
Hello?
I'm just gonna shut the door. And I was gonna do like a little cooking video thing with y'all. But I brought... Okay, that wasn't open earlier. Like, this door stays open because for some reason, the woman in the morning, she always complains that like this room is like freakishly cold. But that wasn't open. Okay.
Looks like he didn't notice that something was trying to communicate with him in the diner that night as he moved from room to room, and he definitely missed the dark figure lurking right behind him as he walked by. That's pretty unsettling on its own, but things got even weirder when he decided to film another video the following night.
Mainly... I don't remember what I was saying. Coffee's already good. But anyways, I've been hurting also. Side note, my back and stuff is like killing me. And I don't know, like, why. But it's just like achy, like right at like my spine, you know? So, I don't know. But anyways.
That night, Dustin heard that demonic voice again, seemingly trying to talk to him. When he looked at the security footage after his shift, he couldn't believe his eyes. There was something standing in the kitchen, in what looked like a monk's robe or some kind of dark cloak. The sight of it completely freaked him out. After he finally made it home and tried to get some rest, he woke up to find something terrifying in his bedroom. People think that whatever this thing is, it must have latched onto him again and was just standing there, watching him sleep. Nobody knows if Dustin's doing anything to try to get rid of this presence. But we'll keep following his story to see what happens next. The following video was captured by a man who states that he recently moved into a new place with his girlfriend. They have been noticing some weird noises at night and felt that something was always a bit off. For whatever reason, this afternoon he was fooling around and recording his girlfriend sleeping when he captured something creepy. He then noticed a creepy-looking face in the mirror behind him, and even his camera could capture it. The question many people ask now, Was this a spirit? A spirit that might be lingering in this old apartment? What an unsettling thought. The following video has been recorded by a young man who states that his new apartment was apparently super haunted, from shadow sightings to intruder alerts. He had seen it all. This was just another night filled with really creepy incidents. Apparently the shadow had made it into his home again and was not only scaring him, but also unsettling his little dog. While some people think it could be staged, others say that this might actually be a malevolent force that has entered his home. Your thoughts? This video comes from a guy who was driving home one night. He says this area always gave him a weird feeling, and other people had reported seeing strange shadows, even though the streets were completely empty. No one can explain who or what this eerie figure was, but one thing's for sure. Those eyes didn't look human at all. Could this be something beyond our understanding? Anisha shared a video that her 4-year-old son had recorded. Like many kids, he believed in the elf on the shelf tradition, where parents secretly move the toy around at night and tell their children the elf comes alive to cause mischief. The little boy really wanted to catch the elf in action, so he set up a camera facing the toy to film it overnight. When he checked the footage the next day, he saw something that scared him so badly he ran to show his mom. Anisha was freaked out too when she watched what he'd captured.
Can I push them in my cup?
At first, she thought she might actually see the elf moving, but instead, something much more frightening appeared. Like something from a horror movie, the outline of a child suddenly showed up on camera. The figure just stood there, completely still, then vanished in a split second without moving a muscle. But the creepiest part was how the child looked. People who've seen the video say the figure appears unnaturally thin, with some even saying it looked like a corpse. Anisha believes they caught a child's spirit on camera. She thinks that maybe, just like her son, this spirit wanted to see if the elf would come to life, but the elf stayed as motionless as the ghostly figure that visited it. To this day, Anisha still can't explain what her son's camera recorded that night. This video was captured by a concerned father who also realized that something otherworldly must have been going on in his house, and most of the time this happened when he was all alone at home.
Alright, check this out. There's this noise coming from the bedroom. But my wife and my baby, they're not here. They're not in the bedroom. And this noise happens every day at this exact time. There's no one in there. No one.
Mandy is a mom living in a quiet area with her 2 boys, and she started to hear strange noises and voices in her yard. She decided to set up cameras to figure out what was going on, and one night the cameras caught something creepy happening. Even though she couldn't see anything on the cameras, Mandy heard spooky sounds like whistling and scratching. She even heard a voice asking to come inside. Mandy got really scared, especially when the noises seemed to be near her son's room.
I gotta change it, it's all wet. Maybe I have to. How wet, sweetie. I'm sorry, but you didn't try to dance. Some of the days dance. I know, Mama's gonna be in the big bathroom. I know, but I tried giving you the butters. You didn't take the butters. Now you have nothing for butters. No butters for what now? No butters for you now. I'm not giving you butters now.
Hey,
Oh,
myself. It's a little bubble for you.
I'm just getting another bottles.
Later she heard a voice saying, "I see you, and you're mine now." Then something terrifying showed up on the camera in her son's room. a pale face looking in through the window. Mandy was worried sick about her son's safety, and the cameras outside also caught a strange figure on the roof, which made her call the police. But when they searched her house, they didn't find anything. Now, she's scared about what might happen to her son and frustrated that nobody seems to be taking her seriously. Until she knows more, the danger remains a mystery. Now we want to take another look at the case of Joker, which apparently also is living in a pretty haunted home and sees ghostly activity almost on the daily. And these are some video updates that he shared.
Vean, gente, yo realmente no creía mucho en estas cosas. Yo vivo totalmente solo. ¿Escucharon? Yo vivo solo, aquí no hay nadie. Se los juro, yo vivo totalmente solo. No puede ser, o sea, no puede ser. Estoy cagado. No puede ser. Estoy cagado. No puede ser. Dios. ¿Qué mierdas? No seas tan mamón. No puede ser. No puede ser. No puede ser. No puede ser. Dios. No. Vean, les juro que acabo de escuchar no sé si vieron, la maldita silla moviéndose. No puede, maldita ser posible. Vean, yo estoy solo, yo no hay hilos. No puede ser. Ay, Dios. No hay nadie, no hay ni mierda, no hay nadie. No hay ni una mierda, no hay nadie. ¡Ay, puta! ¡Mierda! No. Dios. Mierdas. No seas tan mamón. Serias porque ayer hice una grabación, son las 3:21 de la mañana. Ayer hice una grabación en la noche y sobre un bombillo. Quiero que ustedes chequen ahora que lo voy a meter con el video. Yo le puse play y escuché algo que me tiene muy atemorizado. A mi gente, les quiero enseñar algo. Son como las 3:30 de la mañana. Ese bombillo es algo muy extraño. Por dicha ya la actividad como que se ha parado, no han sucedido cosas extrañas. A veces llego del trabajo y encuentro cosas en la cocina o en mi cuarto, en otro lugar, y no sé cómo. Quiero enseñarles algo. Vean que no es mi flash. Ese bombillo lo tengo apagado. Está apagado y sigue brillando. No entiendo qué mierda. No entiendo. ¿Qué fue eso? Escuché algo. Parece escuchar algo. A ver, es muy extraño. No sé si es que se mantiene mucha recarga de energía o qué mierda. No entiendo. Está muy raro.
Let's see how the following case will develop in the future. One night, a guy named Taylor experienced something weird at his girlfriend's place. He was by himself when he started hearing noises he couldn't explain, so he pulled out his phone and started recording.
My front camera is smashed, but I'm here at my girlfriend's house by myself. She always says it's haunted because it sounds like somebody is walking around upstairs. I've never heard it until now. I always say it's not haunted because the house is a little old. But it legit sounds like there's somebody upstairs. I will swing on a ghost, or if it's a person, I don't care. Who's up there? Oh my god, they're like at the top of the stairs. Come down these stairs and I will swing on you, I promise.
For months, his girlfriend had been telling him about strange sounds in her house, but this was the first time he was actually hearing them himself. Heavy footsteps come rushing down the stairs straight at him. Instead of running, Taylor actually charges toward the sound, almost losing his balance as he does. He keeps recording. The mysterious footsteps just stop. Most people would have bolted at the first sign of something supernatural. This video was sent by Justine Lauert, and she tells me that it was recorded in a store in Asia. The owners noticed after reviewing their CCTV camera that there was a lady in front of their store, appearing out of nowhere and seemingly teleporting around. It is specifically said that there are no cuts during those frames, or that it is possible the camera glitched. So if that would be true, how is it possible then? Then the lady is just staring for a couple of moments. But what is really odd is a red thing appearing right behind her. Is it just a car? The owners were quite unsure about that. If it would just be her standing there, walking around, it could be due to mental illness. But all of that other stuff, the apparition, the teleporting, isn't it pretty weird? This whole incident goes on for a little bit longer, and then that red apparition appears once more behind the lady. What exactly is going on here? Please share your thoughts in the comments with me. I'm actually pretty curious. Have you ever seen something like that? This recording stemmed from a security guard who just started at a new job site, and he captured something so creepy that he apparently quit shortly after this shift. A strange shadow can be seen, and it even gets more unsettling once the guard turns on the lights. He states that this was certainly something demonic. Would you agree? This video was uploaded by contractor IrishBlood101, who states that he had a job at a recently closed care center. He was tasked to find a leak in the building, but it turns out that he was in for a pretty nightmarish experience.
Alright, I'm working in an old urgent care that just got shut down. It got shut down before the freeze here in Texas. I'm not sure why it closed down, but it's pretty spooky. I'm supposed to be looking for a leak in here. This bathroom. Creepy hallway. Real spooky place. Another bathroom. This is a second two-story building. This used to be the elevator shaft right here. I guess we're taking the stairs. I guess meditation class used to be upstairs. Had to put your shoes in this little cubby. After some further investigation, there's no one else in this building. I've heard someone go down those stairs, though. So, I guess this was the meditation room. There's a lot of natural lighting in here. Probably don't need the flashlight right now. Here's the top of the elevator shaft. You can't see anything down there. So, here's the meditation room. Kind of looks like the back rooms. It looks very culty. There's a stage up here. It looks like a couple of altars next to them. Creepy. Okay, now I'm getting the here. That was it.
Not only did he capture a disembodied voice,
another bathroom.
Without noticing, but he also captured some inexplicable noises that spooked him pretty bad at the time. Do you think this could be of paranormal nature? He states that he had sinister nightmares after that afternoon, and I can't blame him. The next clip was shared by a man who was driving along a road through the outskirts of town. The man describes that this night the video was recorded was nothing special, and that prior to this incident he had not noticed anything unusual. The area is also not known to be home to any paranormal events in the past, making the man question even more what he saw that night. In his own words, he describes it as a dark transparent thing that was standing on the left side of the road, but thought that his eyes might have played tricks on him. His dash cam had recorded this incident, however. We can see the outlines of a shadow person that is standing on the left side of the road. Unlikely to have been a regular person though, say many. Besides the safety risk, of course, it would be more than unwise to be wandering the side of the road that late. Is this another ghostly dashcam encounter? Or what else unfolded here exactly? Just a bush? Nah, I don't think so. But what do I know? Some of you might be familiar with the next dashcam recording that made quite the rounds last year. This, however, is the original recording that I could uncover, which was captured by a cab driver who was just dropping off his passenger and then getting ready for his next pickup. The camera in the vehicle was recording constantly for safety reasons, as most cameras in cabs, Ubers, etc. do. After driving for a few more minutes, he seemed to already have been traveling with a new passenger without him even knowing. As we zoom in, it becomes eerily evident that the man had picked up the spirit of a lady who seemed to have enjoyed a free ride. What an extremely terrifying incident, especially since the man didn't even realize that he was transporting an entity from the afterlife. At least that is what many of the viewers believe. If this wasn't a spooky ghost encounter, what else could have caused this crystal clear image of the lady in the back seat? Just an odd reflection from somewhere? A prank that somebody played on him? Some really great editing, perhaps? Let me please hear your theories.